Competing in this contest are Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School, Ghana Senior High Tamale, and Presbyterian Boys Senior High Secondary School. Let's meet the contestants. Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School is represented by
Boatin Jeffrey
and
Kwabena Bunsu.
Jeffrey and Kwabena, you are welcome. What should we expect from you?
The best.
Okay, then I wish you all the best. Ghana Senior High Tamale is represented by
Naurisa Godwin Bendore
and
Hudu Abdul Ishao Al Haji.
So, what name should I call you?
Ishao.
Shao.
Ishao.
Ishao. Okay. Godwin and Ishao, you are welcome.
Thank you.
So, Ghana Senior High Tamale had an automatic entry to the 1-8 stage because they are the regional champions for the Northern Zone. What should we expect from Tamale Senior High? Sorry, Ghana Senior High Tamale. Yes.
Nothing but the best because
So
we
I
believe
wish
in
you-
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Oh, I wish you all the best. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School is represented by
Precious Inchafo Kakari.
and
Excel Kumausi.
Precious and Excel, you are also welcome. So Presbyterian Boys is our reigning champions, and they are back in the 1-8 to defend the title. So, are you good defenders?
By God's grace, we are.
Okay. So I wish you all the best. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Gold PLC and supported by Joy News, Pepsodent, Jupe Money Transfer, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Better Malt, ALX, Kivo, Bell Beverages, Flora Tissues, Coronation Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, University of Mines and Technology, Academic City University College, PMMC Jewelry, GTP, CHAS, YFM, and Gelmark Foundation. I am Dr. Anita Opon, your quiz mistress, and this is a prime time production. Thank you. We start from round 1. In this round, the questions are to each school, and you have 10 seconds or 30 seconds if the question involves calculation, within which to give an answer. Correct answer, you may get a maximum point of 3. If it's incorrect, I may pass the question on, and that's when the other 2 schools will have the opportunity to press the bell. The first to press the bell can give the answer. If the answer you give is correct, 1 point. If it's incorrect, a deduction of 1 point. Are we on the same page? Okay. I start from Kofi Agyei SHTS. What is the main function of endosperm in angiosperm? Yes, Kwabena.
Okay, so the endosperm in angiosperm is formed from two ovaries and also 1 oval, and its responsibility is to generate or grow into a matured seedling.
Incorrect. Yes, Ghana Senior High.
It is responsible for food storage. That is for the development of the developing seedling.
No. So it's provide nourishment of the embryo that is provision of nutrients to the developing embryo. Okay? Your major question, Ghana Senior High, Tamale. Name the parts of angiosperms that have mostly contributed to their evolutionary success when compared to other land plant groups. Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
Flowers. Or that is the flowers they possess.
No. For a bonus, no. It's flowers and fruits. Presbyterian boys, name the physiological process that is most important in the movement of water up a tall tree.
Transpirational pool, by which enhances capillary action.
Okay. A preamble. Find the least value and the greatest value of the given expression and the corresponding x value. Find the least value and the greatest value of the given expression and the corresponding x value. Kofi Agyei, SHTS. Absolute value of 2x minus 4 in the interval x greater than or equal to 1 but less than or equal to 4. Kwabena.
Okay, so the greatest value of the function is positive 4, and it occurs at x is equal to 4, and the least value of the function is positive 2, and it occurs at x equals 1.
2 out of 3. Ghana Senior High, Tamale. The absolute value of the expression 3x plus 6 in the interval x greater than or equal to negative 3 but less than or equal to 0.
We have which one? The greatest value to be 6, and the corresponding value of x is 0, and the least value is 3, and its corresponding x value is negative 2.
2 out of 3. Presbyterian boys, the absolute value of 2x plus 8 in the interval x greater than or equal to negative 5 but less than or equal to 0.
So the greatest value is 8, and the corresponding x value is 0, and the least value is 0, and the corresponding x value is -4.
Yes. So for the first one, the least value is 0 when x is equal to 2, and you gave the correct answer for the greatest value, that is 4, when x is 4. The second one, the least value is 0 when x is equal to -2. You said least value is 3 when x is equal to -2. Okay. Another preamble. Give the name of the main component of the mass spectrometer. Give the name of the main component of the mass spectrometer. That's Kofi, Agyei, SHTS. Separate ions based on their mass to charge ratio. Kwabena.
It is the magnetic field.
No. Yes, Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
The deflection chamber.
No. Ghana Senior High Tamale, convert samples into charged particles.
The ionization chamber.
Yes, ionization chamber. Presbyterian boys, yours is receive ions and generate electrical signals.
The detector.
Yes, that's correct. So the first one is the mass analyzer. Yes. A preamble. A particle projected horizontally at 24 meters per second from a point above ground is airborne for 4.0 seconds. Neglect air resistance. A particle projected horizontally at 24 meters per second from a point above ground is airborne for 4.0 seconds. Neglect air resistance. Kofi, Agyei, SHTS. Find the magnitude of the particle's vertical velocity component at the instant it strikes ground. Yes, Kwabena.
0.
No. Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
39 meters per second.
That's correct. Ghana Senior High Tamale. Find the vertical distance the particle falls to reach ground.
"96 meters."
Incorrect. Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
78 meters.
Yes. Presbyterian boys. Yours is find the horizontal distance the particle travels when it is 19.6 meters below the level at which it was projected.
"48 meters.
That's correct. Another preamble. Name the main target organ of the given hormone. So I'll give a hormone and you have to tell me the main target organ. Okay? Kofi, Agyei, SHTS. Melatonin. Yes, Kwabena.
The skin.
No.
Oh.
For a bonus, it's the brain. It's the brain. Ghana Senior High Tamale, oxytocin.
The uterus wall. The uterus wall.
Okay. Presbyterian boys, glucagon. Precious.
The liver.
That's correct. Another preamble. Given the quadratic function y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3, find the set of values of x for which the graph of the function is strictly between the x-axis and the line. So I'll give you a line, and you are to give the quadratic function, and you are, okay. I'll give a line, and you being given the quadratic function y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3, find the set of values for x for which the graph of the function is strictly between the x-axis and that line. Kofi Agyei SHTS, y equals 5. Yes, Kwabena.
Okay, so we have the set of x such that negative 4 is less than x, which is less than 5.
No. Yes, Presbyterian boys for a bonus.
X is such that 3 less than x less than 4, or negative 2 less than x less than negative 1.
Yes. Ghana Senior High Tamale, y equals 21.
X is such that negative 4 less than x less than 6.
Incorrect. Presbyterian boys,
X is such that 3 less than x less than 6, or negative 4 less than x less than negative 1.
yes. Your major question, Presbyterian boys, y equals 12.
X is such that x is in the range 3 less than x less than 5, or negative 3 less than x less than negative 1.
Give the first one again.
3 less than x less than 5.
I had a range.
Oh, x is such that x is in the range 3 less than x less than 5, or negative 3 less than x less than negative 1.
Okay. Another preamble. The compound with the molecular formula C5H10Br2 is a vicinal alkyl halide. That is, both bromines are on adjacent carbons. I take that again. The compound with molecular formula C5H10Br2 is a vicinal alkyl halide. That is, both bromines are on adjacent carbons. Give the systematic name of one isomer of this compound, given that it has an alkyl substituent. Kofi Agyei SHTS. Kwabena.
Okay, we have one,
Into the microphone.
one,
Yeah.
two, dibromo, 3-methyl butane.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, Ghana Senior High, Tamale.
Of 2,3 dibromo 2-methyl butane.
That's correct. Presbyterian Boys.
One, two, two, 1,2 dimethyl 2-butane.
No.
This is not what you
So, 1,2-dibromo 2-methyl butane. That's the last one. A preamble, the last set of questions for round one. Find the wavelength of a photon of the given linear momentum. Find the wavelength of a photon of the given linear momentum. Kofi Agyei SHTS. 1.2 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilograms meters per second. Yes, Kwabena.
5.5 times 10 exponent negative 7 meters.
That's correct. Ghana Senior High, Tamale. 1.5 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilograms meters per second. Yes, Godwin.
We have 4.4 by 10 exponent negative 17 meters.
Incorrect. Which one? 3. Presbyterian Boys.
4.4 by 10 raised to an exponent of negative 7 meters.
Yes. Presbyterian Boys. 7.5 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilograms meters per second.
.8 by 10 raised to the power negative 8 meters.
Yes, that's correct. And that ends round one. So before I give the results for round one, some petitions to address. The first set of biology questions. According to this petition, it says, I said, name the parts of angiosperms that have mostly contributed to their evolutionary success. But we watched the video, I said parts with an S. So the answer is 2, the flowers and the fruits. Okay, not just flowers. All right. Then another petition about the chemistry question. Name the part of the device that separates the ions. That separates the ions based on their mass to charge ratio. This was to the school. You didn't write the name. Sorry? Kofi Agyei, okay. So they gave me the magnetic field. So in the mass spectrometer, there's more than the magnetic field. You have other things happening there. So it cannot be the magnetic field. It even said mass to charge ratio. So it's not the magnetic field, okay? Then the same question, a petition from Presec, because Presec gave deflection chamber as a bonus. The same, in the mass analyzer, so many things are happening there. It's not just deflection that is happening. So mass analyzer is not the same as deflection chamber, okay? So at the end of round 1, Kofi Agyei Senior High School, 8 points. Ghana Senior High Tamale, 10 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, 24 points. Round 2. Oh, paper. Please, they need extra sheets. They've run out of sheets, so please give extra sheets. Okay, so back to our protest. The chemistry question about the the part of the mass spectrometer that separates the ions into mass to charge ratio. I was explaining that in the mass analyzer, so many things are happening. Deflection is just one of them. So it is not known as the deflection chamber. The actual name is mass analyzer. For example, if you take the orbitrap, what happens in there is the ions are even being trapped, not just being deflected. So many other processes are happening. So the name is not deflection chamber. Okay? All right. We move to round 2. The Prudential Life Insurance Speed Race round. Here, questions are to each school. Oh, all the schools at the same time. Sorry, all the schools at the same time. The first to press the bell has the opportunity to answer for 3 points, if it's correct. If it's incorrect, the second school has the opportunity to answer for 2 points if it's correct. If that is also not correct, the third school has the opportunity to answer for 1 point if it is correct. All incorrect answers, a deduction of 1 point. This is speed race, so I expect that when you ring the bell, your answer is ready. So, let me give a caution. Don't switch your microphones off, because the time it would take you to be lifting it, putting it on, 3 seconds is gone. This is 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. It's gone. And you will hear this bell. I will not take the answer you are even giving me. Do you understand? Okay. Secondly, this is speed race. So I do not want to hear dragging answers. The value of x is, I'm asking you to give me the value of x. So don't tell me the value of x. Just tell me x is 5, x is 7, x is 2. And I don't want to hear a fraction with numerator. No, we are not doing tortoise race. It's a speed race. So even if you want to say that, a fraction with numerator, I said it. Did it take me 10 seconds to say it? So let's do the speed, okay? Are we on the same page? Kofi Agyei, Ghana Senior High, Presbyterian Boys. Let's start round 2. But it's sponsored by Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, for every life, for every future. Presbyterian Boys, you press your bell. You are testing it. Oh, I see. Okay, then all of you test your bells. Kofi Agyei. Okay, so they are all working. Question 1. 30 seconds. If f of x equals x cubed minus ax squared plus bx plus 8 is divisible by x minus 2 and x plus 2, find a and b. Presbyterian boys.
A equals 2 and B equals -4.
Yes. Next, 30 seconds. Given that x squared y minus xy squared equals 15, find dy dx. Yes, Kofi Agyei.
dy over dx is equal to a fraction with numerator 2xy minus y squared, and that with denominator 2yx minus x squared.
Yes. Seconds. Find the inverse of the linear transformation T of xy given as 2x plus 3y, comma, x plus 2.
T
Yes.
inverse of x, y maps onto 2x minus 3y, -x plus 2y.
Yes. Seconds. What resource would plants in a rainforest most likely compete for? Presbyterian boys.
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Next 10 seconds. What name is given to the simple eyes of Kata? Yes, Presbyterian boys.
Ostia.
No.
Omitidia.
Who pressed next? Yes.
Omitidia.
Omni.
Tidia.
No. What name is given to the simple eyes of caterpillar that were formerly termed lateral ocellia? You will raise for 1 point. A stemmata, or singularly it's known as stemma. You've learned something new today. 10 seconds. How do mushrooms get the...
Say, madam, mushrooms.
Oh, go on.
Mushrooms they digest food extracellularly by releasing digestive enzymes into the substrate, thereby which digest the food, and it is now absorbed by the rhizoid, by the mushroom to perform its life activities.
No. Who pressed next? Okay. How do mushrooms get the necessary nutrition for growth? So all I was looking for is they absorb organic matter from the surrounding environment. You said they digest the organism, the substrate.
Yes,
You
the
said
food.
they digest the substrate.
Yeah, that's the food.
Yes, before they absorb.
Yeah, they have to digest it extracellular before they absorb it.
That's not the answer I have, so I won't accept that. Next 30 seconds. Calculate the number of moles of methanol in 160 centimeter cube of a 50.0% volume by volume aqueous methanol, given that the specific gravity of methanol is 1.0 grams. Kofi Agyei.
80 grams.
Incorrect. Presbyterian boys.
5.00 moles.
No. Specific gravity of methanol is 1.0 grams per centimeter cube. .5 moles. Next 30 seconds, given that 0.084 moles of a compound A2B3 weighs 12.6 grams, determine the atomic mass of element A if the atomic mass of element B is 18 grams per mole. Presbyterian boys?
48 grams per mole.
Yes, that's correct. Next. What is the total number of atoms in one formula unit of the simplest compound that can be formed between two elements with 6 and 3 electrons in their valence shell? Presbyterian boys?
5.
Next question, 30 seconds. Young's modulus for a polymer blend is 1.5 gigapascal. Calculate the strain in a 36 centimeter polymer rod when the stress in it is 48 kilopascal. Presbyterian boys?
It is 3.2 by 10 raised to the power 7.
Incorrect.
3.
1.
3.
Kofi Agyei, please go on.
3.2 by 10 raised to the power -5 newtons.
Incorrect. You missed the units. It's meters, not newtons. So it is 3.2 times 10 to the power -5 meters. Next 30 seconds. Find the magnitude of the acceleration of an object sliding down a smooth plane inclined at 45. Kofi Agyei. Kwabna.
It is 7.0 meters per second squared.
Incorrect. Inclined at 45 degrees to the horizontal. Presbyterian boys?
7.1 meters per second squared.
No. .9 meters per second squared. Last question for round 2. Find the work done by 5.0 moles of an ideal gas whose volume increases from 1.8 times 10 to the power -4 meter cube to 3.2 times 10 to the power -4 meter cube at a constant pressure of. Yes, Kofi Agyei.
Okay, it is 7.0 kilopascal. 7.0 kilojoules.
No. At a constant pressure of 5.0 times 10 to the power 4 pascal. Yes, Presbyterian boys.
7.0 by 10 raised to the power 1 joules.
No.
7.0 joules.
Yes. And that ends round 2. So before I give the results for round 2, I address this petition. It was for the biology question 2. Question 3, how do mushrooms get the necessary nutrition for growth? And Ghana Senior High Tamale gave the answer, mushrooms digest food extracellularly by releasing digestive enzymes into the substrate, which digest the food which is absorbed by the rhizoids of the mushroom. Consultant says it should be accepted, so they get the 3 points. So at the end of round 2, Kofi Agyei Senior High School, 7 points. Ghana Senior High Tamale, 13 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, 34 points. Round 3, the problem of the day round. In this round, contestants are given a complex question, so they have 4 minutes to provide a solution on the interactive screens behind them. After the 4 minutes, I'll grade your solutions. Then I'll read what the consultant has given. Then I will award the marks. Problem of the day is worth 10 points. Please go to the whiteboard on your screens. Then put your pens down, all pens down, and lift the sheet so that everybody will see that you are not writing. As we read through the problem of the day, it's from physics. Find the energy and use it to find the frequency and wavelength of A, the longest wavelength photon of the Balmer series of the hydrogen, and B, the shortest wavelength photon of the Balmer series of hydrogen. This is the problem of the day. You have 4 minutes. It starts now. Please stop writing. Hello. So this is A. This is A. And this is B. First page. What is it? 5/36. Times. The stylus was there. What is that? Negative what? Negative 4, 5.4. Okay. So then the wavelength. You didn't finish. That's all. That's all. Okay, so we have the solutions from the contestants. Let's go through the solution from the consultants. The Balmer series of the hydrogen arises from electronic transitions that terminate on the level with principal quantum number 2. So if you are using the E naught to be negative 13.6 electron volts, which is the ground state energy for hydrogen, if you want to find the energy for the transition, is given as the change in energy is equal to the ground state energy multiplying 1 over n squared minus 1 over 2 squared. And from there, so if you're able to give that equation 1 point, then from that equation you can find the frequency using change in energy divided by h, which is Planck's constant. And then if you want to find the wavelength, you can get the wavelength from the frequency by dividing the speed of light by the frequency you obtain. If you're able to do that, like give that expression also 1 point, or give that equation 1 point. Now you have to find the longest wavelength photon. You know, the longest wavelength photon is emitted from the least energetic transition. This is where n corresponds to 3. So the equation then becomes change in energy from level 3 equals negative 13.6 electron volts multiplying 1 over 3 squared minus 1 over 2 squared. And this should evaluate to 1.89 electron volts. If you do this 2 points, then you are to find the frequency. So from the energy that you receive, you find the frequency by dividing the energy by Planck's constant. And if you do this, it will be 1.89 electron volts, has to be converted to joules because Planck's constant is in joules, right? So 1.89 electron volts multiplying 1.60 times 10 to the power negative 19 joule per electron volts, all divided by Planck's constant, which is 6.63 times 10 to the power negative 34 joules second. This should be equal to 4.56 times 10 to the power 14 hertz. And hence, the wavelength will be the speed of light over this frequency. So 3.00 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second divided by 4.56 times 10 to the power 14 hertz. And you should get 658 nanometers. Then B says the shortest wavelength. The shortest wavelength is when you state like you state that the transition is from infinity to n equals 2. And so for that, energy becomes negative 13.6 electron volts, multiplying 1 over infinity squared minus 1 over 2 squared. And this comes to 1 over 4. And if you evaluate that, you get 3.40 electron volts. That is the energy. Now you have the energy, you can find the frequency. So it will be this 3.40 electron volts multiplying 1.60 times 10 to the power negative 19 joule per electron volts, divided by the Planck constant, 6.63 times 10 to the power negative 34 joules second. And you should have 8.21 times 10 to the power 14 hertz. And hence, its wavelength would be 3.00 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second, divided by divided by 8.21 times 10 to the power 14 hertz. And that should be, okay. I need to do some correction. Please, 1 minute. So with a frequency of 8.21 times 10 to the power 14 hertz, the wavelength should be 3.00 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second, divided by 8.21 times 10 to the power 14 hertz. This would give you the answer to be 3.66 nanometers. And that's also 2 points. Now to our contestants. Kofi, Agyei, SHTS, I think they didn't understand what we're asking of them. So, for the first one, they forgot that the transition has to be from the least energetic. Okay, so they ignored that and just did the 1 over 2. And so the energy for the first one is wrong. And since they carried the energy to the second part to find the frequency and the wavelength, it's also not correct. So technically, they were solving B for A. And even adding that the significant figures, so many things went wrong. So I have to give 0. Yes. If they had given the right significant figure, maybe. But, okay, I'll give 1 for the formula. I'll give 1 for the formula, yes. I'll give them 1 for the formula. They got the right formula, so I'll give them 1 for that. Ghana Senior High Tamale. So they also did the same thing that Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School did. Interchanging A and B. Okay. So for A, they got the wrong values actually. Because if you do the electron volts, as I mentioned, it's 1.89. You got 3.39 electron volts. Because you forgot about the 1/3. So I also gave 1 for the formula. Then we move to Presec. So they got the right formula that it moves from least, that is 1/3 minus 1/2, so I gave 1 mark for that. Then they wrote that frequency is equal to change of energy over the Planck constant, and the wavelength is hc over lambda, which would give you the wavelength. So at 1 point for that. Then they did the evaluation for the energy, but they gave their answer in joules. And the answer was 3.02 times 10 to the power negative 19. The first one, 3.02 times 10 to the power negative 19 joules, which is the same as 1.89 electron volts. So they get 2 points for that. They were able to calculate the frequency, but significant figures, they wrote 4.6 instead of 4.56. And 10 raised to the power 15 instead of 10 raised to the power 14 hertz. So unfortunately, you don't get anything for that. So because of that, it affected their wavelength. Then they went to B. They gave the correct energy for B. So they get 2 points for that as well. But they couldn't carry on to the frequency. So in all, they get 6 out of 10. So at the end of round 3, Kofi Agyei Senior High School 8 points, Ghana Senior High Tamale 14 points, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School 40 points. Before round 4 substitution, Ghana Senior High Tamale, we have Jerome coming in for Godwin. Then for Presec, Presbyterian Boys Secondary, we have Theophilus coming in for Precious. Theophilus, you are welcome. We move to round 4, the Jupe true or false round. So during this NSMQ season, if any alumni of the schools participating in NSMQ send money to Ghana from abroad, and they use Jupe money transfer and the specific promo code for their school, the school will be given $20 from Jupe. So that's for every transaction. In this particular contest, Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School, the promo code is Kofi Agyei, all together, Kofiagyei, or Jing. Kofiagyei, all in uppercase. For Ghana Senior High Tamale, the promo code is GHANASCO, GHANASCO. Then for Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, it's Presec, PRESEC, all this in uppercase. So tell them to send money so your school can get money, okay? So the true or false round is proudly sponsored by Jupe Money Transfer. Meets and needs sent via Jupe. In this round, statements are to each school, and you have 10 seconds within which to provide me with either a true or false answer. If it's correct, 2 points. If it's incorrect, a deduction of 1 point. But you may choose not to answer, for which I can pass it on, and the first out of the 2 schools to press the bell has the opportunity to answer for 2 points if it's correct, but a deduction of 1 point if it is incorrect. I start for Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School, but a word of caution. So I'm the one reading the statement. Your attention has to be on me. Don't be tempted to look into the audience. At any point, if I see anyone looking into the audience, the school will be penalized. So look at me. If your eyes is tempting you to look there, just look up, okay? Please, do you understand, Kofi Agyei? Ghana Senior High, Presbyterian Boys, you understand? All right. I start from Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School. But it's a preamble to all. Under normal conditions, Kofi Agyei SHTS, alkanes can be converted into alcohol via oxidation reactions. Jeffrey?
False.
It's false. Ghana Senior High Tamale, a method for functionalization of alkanes is reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid.
True.
No. Presbyterian Boys, when a long chain alkane undergoes thermal cracking, both alkanes and alkenes are produced.
True.
Yes, it's true. Kofi Agyei SHTS. In 1 second, 1 ohm resistor carrying 1 ampere dissipates as much heat as a 2 ohm resistor carrying 0.5 ampere.
False.
False. Ghana Senior High Tamale. In 2 seconds, a 2 ohm resistor carrying 2 ampere dissipates as much heat as an 8 ohm resistor carrying 1 ampere.
True.
It's true. Presbyterian Boys, in 5 seconds, a 1 ohm resistor carrying 4 ampere dissipates as much heat as a 4 ohm resistor carrying 2 ampere.
True.
It's true. Kofi Agyei SHTS. In angiosperm, Male cones are much larger than female cones and contain more gametophytes.
False.
False. Ghana Senior High Tamale. In gymnosperms, the male cones contains microsporophylls, whilst female cones contain megasporophylls.
False.
No. Presbyterian boys, male cones of gymnosperms contain bracts, which are the site of microspore development.
False.
No. A preamble. If the sum of the first n terms of a series Sn is given by, if the sum of the first n terms of a series Sn is given by Kofi Agyei SHTS, Sn equals n squared, then the general term Un equals 2n minus 1.
True.
Yes, it's true. Ghana Senior High Tamale, Sn equals n, multiplying the expression n plus 1. Then the general term Un equals 2n.
True.
It's true. Presbyterian boys, Sn equals n squared minus 2n. Then the general term is Un equals 2n minus 2.
False.
It's false. Kofi Agyei SHTS. The amplitude of a sound wave determines the quality of the sound.
False.
False. Ghana Senior High Tamale. The greater the amplitude of a sound wave, the greater the intensity of the sound.
It's false.
No. Presbyterian boys, the amplitude of a sound waves determine both intensity and timbre of the sound.
False.
It's false. A preamble. The given statement is an example of homeostasis in humans. The given statement is an example of homeostasis in humans. Kofi Agyei SHTS. When the blood sugar levels in a human body gets too low, then the body releases glucagon to raise it.
True.
Yes, it's true. Ghana Senior High Tamale. In lactating mothers, the more milk that the baby empties from the breast, the more milk that is produced to increase the mother's supply.
True.
No.
Osmoregulation.
Presbyterian boys, when the temperature of the human body gets too high, then the body begins or attempting to lower it by sweating.
True.
Yes, that's true. Ghana Senior High, yours was a false statement because it's known as a positive feedback. Okay? Kofi Agyei SHTS. An oxidizing agent always gains electrons during a chemical reaction and it's reduced.
False.
No. That's a true statement. Ghana Senior High Tamale. Oxygen always acts as an oxidizing agent in redox reactions.
True.
True. You're saying true? No.
False.
No. Presbyterian boys, potassium permanganate acts as an oxidizing agent in both acidic and basic solution and always produces Mn2 plus in the process.
False.
It's false. The last set of statements for round 4, Kofi Agyei SHTS. A function of theta, or okay, let me read it. F of theta equals sine 2 theta has a maximum value of 1 in the interval theta greater than 0 but less than pi over 3.
False.
No. Ghana Senior High Tamale. F of theta equals tan theta has a maximum value of 1 in the interval theta greater than 0 but less than or equal to pi over 4.
True.
Yes, it's true. Presbyterian boys, f of theta equals sec theta has a maximum value of 1 in the interval theta greater than or equal to 0 but less than or equal to pi over 2.
False.
It's false, and that ends round 4. So before I give the results for round 4, a petition that I need to address. So the petition says that the preamble was under normal conditions. Alkanes can be cracked. Alkanes cannot be cracked under normal conditions unless under extreme conditions, high pressures and temperatures. This makes the statement false. So that wasn't the question I asked. The question I asked was, when a long-chain alkane undergoes thermal cracking, so the alkane is undergoing a process, what is the product form? That is what the statement is asking. And they produce alkanes and alkenes. So the statement is a true statement. Okay? So at the end of round 4, Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School, 18 points. Let me take that again. At the end of round 4, Ghana Senior High Tamale, 15 points. Kofi Agyei Senior High Technical School, 18 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, 53 points. Round 5, the riddles round. I'll be reading clues to one particular thing. No ambiguity. I'm talking about just one thing. So if you think you know what I'm talking about, just ring your bell. I'll give you the opportunity to answer. Correct answer on the first clue, 5 points. Second clue, 4 points. Any other number of clues thereafter, 3 points. But if your answer is incorrect, I will move on, and you can join us when we move to the next riddle. At stake in this round is the Goal Riddle Bonanza. At this stage of the competition, if you're able to solve 3 riddles correctly, Goal will give the team 1,200 cedis. If the school solves all 4 riddles correctly, Goal will give the team 1,600 cedis. The Goal Riddle Bonanza is proudly sponsored by Goal Good Energy. And this round 2, look at me. Your attention should be on me. Don't look into the audience. Okay? Riddle number 1. I am one of the models of enzyme activity. I describe how enzymes change their shape. Presbyterian Boys.
The induced Bates model.
Yes. 4 points. I was on the second clue, 4 points. Riddle number 2. We are natural numbers. We are special when divisibility is considered. Any natural number greater than 1 is divisible by our type. Each of us has only Presbyterian Boys.
Prime numbers.
Yes. 3 points. Next riddle for 1,002 or not. I am a device found in laboratory for physics students. I undergo a deflection whose extent depends on the size of a physical quantity. I can also be used to ascertain the presence and sign of a physical quantity. That physical quantity distinguishes an electron from Presbyterian Boys.
Galvanometer.
No. From a positron. I may have a leaf of gold. Yes, Ghana Senior High.
The gold leaf electronscope.
Yes. Next riddle. So 3 points. I am a species that helps to maintain electrical neutrality and balance in a solution. Yes.
Salt breach.
No. I am present during chemical reaction. I do not form a precipitate. I do not change my oxidation. Kofi Agyei SHTS.
Spectator ions.
And that is correct. 3 points. End of round 5.